Both California's governor and attorney general are taking issue with President Trump's order to federalize the state's National Guard.
An order that abused the federal government's authority and violated the 10th Amendment and federal law. An order that skipped over multiple rational, common sense, strategic steps that should have been deployed to quell unrest and prevent escalation. As a result, I, in partnership with Governor Gavin Newsom, are suing President Trump and asking the court to set aside the president's unlawful action federalizing the California National Guard.
Right now, we want to bring on legal expert and attorney Jeremy Rosenthal. Jeremy, thank you for joining us. The governor of California is suing President Trump over the deployment of the National Guard. Can you explain to us what the issue is?
This is extremely complicated, as complicated a legal problem as you can conceive. What's happening is we have the Army and the Marine Naval National Guards who are sort of have split loyalties, if you will. The President of the United States is obviously the commander-in-chief. However, Congress, the U.S. Congress, delegated powers under the U.S. Constitution in limited circumstances to governors for the state militia. And Governor Newsom is claiming, I have the right to sign off on this. And in certain instances, he could be correct. And that's the question, is this one of those circumstances?
Let's dive more into that. Governor Newsom called the deployment illegal, but the president is citing his Title 10 authority to deploy the troops. What is the Title 10 authority, and does it apply here?
The Title 10 authority has to do with certain circumstances. If there is an imminent invasion, or if there is a rebellion against federal authority, or if he is trying to enforce federal laws, then the president can nationalize, if you will, the Army National Guard without the governor's consent. So that's the question, is he acting within that Title 10 authority? And I don't know that there's any clear directive one way or the other. Obviously, there's no invasion. Obviously, he could make the argument that this is a rebellion of sorts. Legally, that might be a stretch. You could make the argument probably most persuasively that he is trying to protect federal law, because rioters and a lot of the damage that these people are doing are invariably committing federal offenses as well as state offenses too. In these violent outbursts that we're seeing. That is what it's going to turn on. But it's not even that simple, because it really is going to go to a conflict of constitutional power between the U.S. Congress and the executive branch. So legally, this has the potential to go really all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court, and fairly quickly.
You mentioned the National Guard. We now know Marines are being deployed to Los Angeles. Jeremy, do you think, does that also fall under Title 10 authority?
It depends on where the Marines are from. If the Marines are U.S. Marines that are full-time, that are regulars, then he is the commander-in-chief, and he can order them from any military installation in the state of California. It's when he is going after, in particular, the Army National Guard or any state regulated militias or troops. That's the trick here. And maybe by going after Marines that are regulars, maybe that sort of end arounds Gavin Newsom's argument here, because it would be undisputed that the President of the United States would have legal authority to navigate, if you will, any full-time regular militia.
Well, Jeremy, thank you for your expertise on this developing story. Thank you.
Thank you.